Coming up in this video, we have another WWE departure confirmed. This one may be shocking, maybe not shocking, but it is a notable name. We are going to talk about some huge spoilers. WWE Raw, a top star is injured, and we are going to talk about what is being said regarding WWE and Bound for Glory. If you guys want more videos like this, don't forget to click that subscribe button and ring that bell. This way you never miss a video on the channel. Trust me, you'll never want to miss a video on this channel. There's a lot of things happening in professional wrestling, like Bound for Glory, a marvelous day for TNA history. But there's a report that has come out that WWE had significant input on the creative direction for this pay-per-view. Now, according to a report from The Takedown on Sports Illustrated, multiple sources have indicated that WWE had a significant say in the creative direction of the match between Javon Evans and Leon Slater, which, as you guys may have seen, ended in a no contest because of Dark State. Now, the report notes that while TNA president Carlos Silva has publicly stated that the creative process for shared talent is a collaborative one sources have indicated that WWE especially has a lot of pull when it comes to their talents being utilized on TNA programming. The decision to have NXT's Dark State interfere and cause a no contest rather than having a clean loss for either Evans or Slater is seen as a way to protect both rising stars. Now, there is some good that came out of this, because obviously some fans were frustrated by this. The original plan was for WWE and TNA to have them run it back at NXT Halloween Havoc on an NXT PLE. So WWE and TNA have always had the plan that they were going to run it back for a future match. Now, I actually, not to defend WWE or TNA here, because I definitely think the right call would have been for a clean loss. However, that match was incredible. Like, it was an incredible match. I didn't want to just see one match between them. Me personally, I didn't just want to see one match between them. I want to see them have a series of matches. So therefore, while I understand the frustration, I'm okay with it because we are getting another match between them, which obviously will result in a clean win for somebody. I'm okay with that. I am not going to lie. I'm not going to hide it. I think it was kind of frustrating to see Dark State interfere, especially because the match, like TNA babyfaced the entire moment by having 5 extra minutes, and then Dark State interferes. But I do think this will lead to an even better match. So that match is arguably match of the night, match of the year. Let's have them run it back with a clean finish. I think that's also a pretty good call. But this should be expected. No matter how you want to pinpoint it, WWE having some sort of creative pull makes sense. Hopefully all parties are enjoying the process together. That brings us to our final topic. Seth Rollins is reportedly injured. Now, depending on when you're watching this video, the truth is WWE Raw has already aired because of Crown Jewel Australia. You know, they're in Australia, but Seth Rollins is taking pictures with fans in a sling, and there is a belief that this is not a work. Now, you may have seen the vision has officially turned on Seth Rollins. And if that is the case, man, you have to wonder if it was too soon. This was what I thought would be another long-term story for the WWE. This was what I considered maybe something that would go all the way up until WrestleMania, especially with the rumors of War Games and Austin Theory and Brock Lesnar joining. So when did WWE find out Seth Rollins was injured? Is Seth Rollins missing significant time from the WWE? What exactly is the situation here that would cause the vision to turn on Seth Rollins? And I think it's the injury. If Seth is injured and he's World Heavyweight Champion, and we know Seth versus Punk is the official match for Saturday night's main event, you have to wonder why WWE decided to do this turn so quickly. And it doesn't even, I don't even think it turns Seth Rollins into a babyface, because he's still a piece of shit. He's still a heel. So it is a very interesting creative choice, but I'm okay with it. I swear, honestly, I'm okay with it. First and foremost, I hope Seth is actually, if he is legitimately injured, I hope he's okay, right? Health before wealth. I don't have to explain myself a million times. I care about the well-beings of others. But this is also Seth Rollins we're talking about, who just came back from a marvelous work in which we all believed he was genuinely injured. So now we're at a stage where we don't believe he is genuinely injured because of that. I think he is legitimately injured. I think he's legitimately injured, and WWE did decide to do the turn early, but who knows what they got cooking here? Who knows what WWE has cooking here? But Seth Rollins is the World Heavyweight Champion. This is not good news for Seth Rollins. This is not good news for WWE. I mean, this guy is very, very important to WWE programming. He's in the biggest storyline on WWE Raw. He's involved in so much currently as it stands. He just came off of a huge win against Cody Rhodes. You have to wonder that this could hurt WWE potentially. But if you watched Raw and you saw Braun Breaker hold the World Heavyweight Championship, you saw Bronson Reed hit the tsunami on Seth, I think WWE, I got to give him a little bit of my praise here. I'm not sure if they really decided this last minute. I think WWE wants twists and turns in a lot of their stories when you don't expect it, and that makes you want to watch the following week. I have never been more excited to watch another episode of WWE Raw considering what we saw today. So Seth very well could be legitimately injured. We'll see how it impacts plans moving forward. And that brings us to our final topic. A WWE departure has been confirmed. We're going to see many more people leaving the company, so make sure you guys click that subscribe button and ring that bell because you don't want to miss a video on this channel. But for real, we got to talk about it. Ridge Holland is gone from the company. He will not be renewing his contract with the WWE, but this was a choice by the WWE themselves. He actually came out with a statement of his own. He says, I've been informed that WWE will not be renewing my contract when it ends on November 14th. WWE are still going to cover my rehab from injury, but my guaranteed pay will end. Quite frustrating to say the least, as I cannot work for another 6 months due to the aforementioned injury with a family of 5 to support. My career with WWE has been blighted by misfortune, but I'm still thankful and grateful for the opportunity and experience. The shining light that has always kept me going is the huge support from a handful of special human beings. Thank you. Man, this is interesting. Obviously, we saw him injured at the TNA show. WWE's covering the rehab. WWE's taking care of him. That's obviously a good thing. Obviously, he will not be working, so he is right. He'll be gone, for 6 months. So he's not going to get full-time pay from WWE there. But I think Ridge Holland's a very tricky situation, man. Like they tried a lot with Ridge. He had a main roster run, obviously as part of the Brawling Brutes. It didn't work out. He came back to NXT, didn't work out. Came to Evolve, didn't work out. Came back to NXT as the Steaming Pig. That didn't work out with him going back to TNA and WWE. Definitely just some unfortunate circumstances, man. And listen, you gotta think, you've been in NXT, you get called up to the main roster, you go back to NXT, you're not finding something that's working. It's really, really hard to keep a talent long term. But I do want WWE to take care of him. He got injured at a TNA show. That's WWE's partner. You got to make it work. You got to take care of your performers. It sounds like they're doing that, which is a good thing. But we'll see what happens to Ridge Holland. He has an opportunity to keep wrestling when he gets back from injury. He obviously has a little bit of experience with TNA. You never know what will happen. I'll keep you guys updated.